So, Cam, my question to you, did you watch that really competitive game last night, Mizzou versus Murray State? So, I was doing stuff. My daughter had soccer practice. I get back. I know it's a 7 o'clock start. By the time I get ready to sit down, and I don't even know what time it was, but it was already 28 zip in the first quarter. So I'm like, okay, which you knew that was going to happen anyway. But then I was watching here and there, and then end of the second quarter, so end of the first half, I watched that whole drive where Brady Cook got into the end zone with the rushing scorer. They win what, 51 zip. It's what you expect. It's fun to see Mizzou. Hey, I think somebody tell me here the last time they shut an opponent out. I saw that graphic. It was
That's a good
a
question.
good long time. But look, you're supposed to do that to Murray State, and Mizzou is going to be a top 10 team. I'm excited for Mizzou this year. What about you?
I am too. But I did look at Murray State, like their offensive line, and I think Brendan Schaefer probably is bigger than half of those guys. So then, if you're Murray State, like my gosh, the size difference. And look, Brady Cook missed a couple long balls. He's got to tighten that up a little bit. I mean, it is what it is. Like if you really want me to critique, Murray State didn't get past the 50-yard line. What once maybe? Like it was. Missouri's defense was fantastic. You got to give them some kind of credit, I guess, for really shutting them down. Drinky poo annoys me still. No,
Still,
he does. No,
how come?
he
How
just
come
does
now?
because it just you're playing. No offense to Murray State, but you're playing the little sister of the poor,
Yeah, they suck.
and he's every drive he's pumping the guy. I'm like, just maybe that's a maybe because if you're playing a team that's maybe younger than you or this that you don't get too excited about every single play. I know some of those guys, man, it's probably their first time. A lot of them were veterans that were on the field, but just the way he reacts to every play against Murray State when they're up by 29, it just annoyed me a little bit. Now I'm nitpicking. You know how I am with him. I like the direction where they're going, but just if you want me to critique something, it's not the players in that game because they did everything they're supposed to do against an opponent like that, but just the way Drinky is on the sideline. He's like doing all this stuff. It's 35 nothing. It's like calm down, talk to him afterwards. You got a young kid that made pretty damn good plays. You know what you do? Don't go crazy on the sideline against that team. It makes you look dumb. Bring him in afterwards or the next day and bring him in the office with all the coaching staff and show the highlight that he did and pump him up in front of all the players on the team. Calm your ass down on the sideline against Murray State when you're up by 40, drinky poo. That's it.
All
No
right.
big deal. All good,
But
baby.
he's trying to be in it like, hey, if this was us versus Bama in a close game, you got to have the same type of situations. I get it. I think Eli Drinkwitz is good for business, and I'm rooting for Mizzou. I want to see Mizzou Ohio State in the playoff playing
Yeah.
each other, folks. Okay, Captain 25 1978 says Mizzou, whatever. Hey, we're going to talk about Mizzou, and it's by the way, anybody chirping Mizzou? Who else is good right now for our sports? Now, I know
I
SLU
know.
basketball, they got a new coach. Hopefully, they're good. Cardinals, not very good. You said earlier, Cam, you think the Blues are going to be good and make the playoffs, but they have to prove that right now, folks.
Absolutely.
Whatever's going on with City, I'll check. I'm not too sure.
They weren't good.
Battlehawks, hey, rooting for them. But right now in the St. Louis area, Mizzou football is the best thing that we got going.